Saturday night, AEW, folks. Saturday Night Dynamite, I guess, are going to be back with for the next few weeks. As everybody knows, there was no AEW Dynamite last Wednesday. We did have Rampage last night on Friday, but I'm not going to go into the ratings right now, but I'm sure everybody's already seen. There's probably a no-brainer question and answer to that whole thing. So, Tony Khan, folks, ratings. You all know the results, so I think we all know who won by default. So, yeah, we all know SmackDown wins. SmackDown wins, but yeah, that's a subject for another time. No, but yes, AEW Saturday night looks like they're going to be on Saturdays for I don't know how many weeks they're going to be on Saturday. I know they're going to be on this week. I know they're going to be on next week. I have a problem with them being on Saturday next week, and I still think it's a dumb reason. You probably already know why. I'm not going to be the biggest fan of next week's show and whatnot, given a pay-per-view and Dynamite itself are going on at the same time, both Bound for Glory and whatnot, which I still think it's kind of dumb that they pushed the start time back, but I'll save that when I get to that video where it has to talk about Impact. But yes, we do kick it off, though. Dynamite still in Miami, Florida. CM Punk coming out, of course, doing a victory lap. CM Punk was going to be on commentary tonight with JR, Tony Schiavone, and Excalibur. I did kind of find it funny when CM Punk was slapping, hands to fans and everything. One fan was trying to give Punk a beer, which they did last time. Punk was like, nah. Okay, no, you're not giving me any beer. Okay, come on. The guy's straight edge. So, CM Punk's not going to drink. CM Punk, I still think is hilarious on commentary, and he just says just anything on there, which is about insane. We do kick it off, though, with Dante Martin versus Malachi Black to kick off the show. Very good match. Very solid. As my co-host, we were talking about this tonight. He had told me this was the technical veteran versus the young high flyer out there. One thing I did like, and Dante, his stuff is just smooth with the crazy stuff he does. When he jumped on the rope, springboarding himself, damn, they're doing a freaking like a moonsault. I mean, not a moonsault, but like a front flip to the outside of the ring. He just like go back and look at it. Like he just like jumps on the ropes and then just propels himself forward and whatnot, landing on Malachi Black. It's freaking cool. Let me just say that. But yeah, so what can I say about Dante? The guy's just insane. But like I said, this was a very good match. Dante tried to go again for another springboard, but he ended up hurting his leg. Next thing you know, Malachi Black ended up hitting the Black Mass kick for the win, pinning him, and as Black walked away, he gave a nod to Dante Martin in respect. So, could that lead to something? I don't know. Honestly, I forgot Leo Rush was even standing out there with Dante Martin to begin with, I've noticed later on. But could this lead to anything with Black or whatnot? I don't know. But him giving a nod of respect to Dante Martin, we'll see what happens there. But overall, a very solid, good match out there. Next, Luchasaurus and Jungle Boy were in the back, talking about, they're beat up and everything, but they're going to come back. They said that Christian is at home with neck injuries. Honestly, Christian is on Impact right now. He will be defending the world title next week against Josh Alexander, so I'm sure he's preparing for that right now. But basically, Jungle Boy basically saying they're going to pay the Elite for what they did. Next, the Inner Circle came out, Chris Jericho and crew. Of course, everyone sings along with Judas. Santana gets on the microphone, saying que pasa to Miami and whatnot. Y'all bring that energy 2 nights in a row. This is AEW. We got some business to take care of because him and Ortiz have been doing their own business, but now they got to deal with these America Top Team guys. Next thing you know, Dan Lambert comes out with America Top Team. Of course, he starts yelling, and he wants respect, especially what they brought to Florida and whatnot. Jericho basically talked about the Inner Circle. You get your phone trying to slide into DMs, but Jericho says I wouldn't touch her with her husband's genitalia and whatnot. Jericho basically said that the Inner Circle were here in Miami, and it's not gonna be a 5-on-1. They want a 5-on-5 match, and no one gets crazy in the Inner Circle. Lambert basically said, we got the minute of the year right here. We got plans on getting the gold right now, and he starts talking about Jericho and him telling his crowd to shut up and that Miami, this is our town and whatnot, and basically saying that Sammy Guevara right there's got all the strokes, so he can get us that match that we won, I guess, for the titles apparently. Big pop for Sammy, by the way, too. Crowd's really behind him, but Sammy says, "I'll take y'all on." Let's do this. I'll beat the shit out of you all right now. Let's do this thing. But basically, Dan Lambert says he'd agree to our terms and whatnot. We'll find out next week. He doesn't want to waste one more minute in Miami. Scorpio Sky basically told Jericho, this is the second time I've pinned you and whatnot. Okay? So, let that be known. Honestly, this promo was all over the place. It like it was just going from one thing to another. Lambert's yelling. Jericho still calling people fat-faced dipshits out there. Sammy Guevara, apparently they need him to get a tag title shot all of a sudden. Sammy Guevara, I guess he just wants to fight. So, I don't know where all this is going right now. But, yeah, this whole Inner Circle America Top Team, I'm not really interested in this feud that much. I wasn't really interested in the match last night. I thought it was okay at best, but I don't really have anything for the Inner Circle to feud with right now, so that's why they're doing against America Top Team. So, Dan Lambert's still good on the microphone, though. Yells a lot, but he's still really good on the mic, so we'll see where this lands. Maybe Jorge Masvidal will wrestle. I don't know. We'll see. Andrade came out with his tag team, Los Superanas, who were going to come out, which honestly they look like FTR. You could look like their build. It was most likely them. Well, it was them, but it was easy to tell it was them. This was for the AAA Tag Team Titles against the Lucha Brothers. They end up finding out it was Dax and, Cash out there, so it wasn't really that. And come on, CM Punk gave it away, too, before the mask even got pulled off. Like, hey, is that FTR? Yeah, it's FTR. So, I don't know if Punk just gave it away early, or maybe he was... I don't know. Maybe I already knew. I don't know. Or he was just early on his cue. But it was easy to tell it was him because they look like the conquistadors out there at the same time wearing all that green. But it was easy to tell. I know Tully Blanchard got involved. And Wheeler ended up using the title onto Phoenix doing a moonsault. Another technical versus high-flying match right here. Hardwood ended up hitting his brain buster for the win. So FTR now the new AAA Tag Team Title champions now. So, hey, maybe they'll be taking a trip to Mexico and defending those belts. I don't know. We'll see. But, yeah, we'll see about that. A lot of rapid-fire stuff on this show tonight. Leo Rush, though, was in the back with Dante Martin. Basically said he's going to be tagging with him soon. So, yeah, Rush is going to be back in the ring for AEW. FTR were celebrating with the new titles. MJF basically congratulate them. And, Andrade and whatnot, basically, thank you. And he says, all right, I'll be taking the payment now. And basically, Andrade says, cash or check? Both. All right, they basically he paid them off, and the deal is done. It was only a one-time thing, apparently. Wheeler Yuda went against John Moxley. John Moxley. John Moxley basically murdered this man in under a minute. He beat the shit out of him. He hit him with a big vertical suplex and just hit him with a Death Rider, and he went back out because Moxley, I'm sure he's in a hurry right now. He's got to get to Philadelphia in the next 24 hours because Philadelphia Street Fights got to wrestle for New Japan tomorrow night for their showdown show. Him and Eddie Kingston versus Minoru Suzuki and Lance Archer. So a rematch from Grand Slam, but that's on New Japan for tomorrow night. But, yeah, Mox basically murdered this dude, and he came in, and he is gone. So, yeah, got a match for tomorrow night. Got to hit the Philly Street Fight, by the way, also. Yuda, I guess, was getting still checked. His wrist, I don't know how that legit it was, but probably was selling the injury. Serena Deeb was in the back, basically talking to Tony Schiavone, talking about, she's dragging his division to her level, that everyone's gotten too comfortable. A Kyle Shida attack, which let me make this the theme of tonight. Every time Tony Schiavone talks to someone in the back now, it's some brawl or some fight, and CM Punk says the back is probably the most dangerous place right now in AEW. So anyone interviewing with Tony Schiavone, it is very dangerous back there. Next, Adam Cole and the Young Bucks. Don Callis, haven't seen him in a while. Went against the Dark Order. Reynolds, Silver, and, Pizza Uno, Evil Uno right there. Listen, this was a spot fest. Or some would say a typical Young Bucks match. But this was a spot fest. Nothing but a spot fest. I know for some reason they did a Mick Foley spot for some reason with Mr. Sacco. I have no idea why. But they did. But this was a spot fest match. And, Panama Sunrise, double super kick, last shot knee. It's not much I can say from this match. Spot fest. Can you say spot fest? Jungle Boy came out then and went after the Elite. or super click, and he ended up for some reason using a chair to block the cold spray that looked really bad from Cutler right there, and he beat the crap out of Cutler with the chair. So boom, there you go. We went to the Nightmare Factory. Cody and Arn Anderson showing up, and I guess some of the Nightmare Factory crew were right there. As Red Velvet say, you're an arrogant piece of shit that you left us behind, calling them Hollywood, and then everybody's all in the ring, I guess, training, and basically they're all jumping on Cody and whatnot. And Cody says, "What is the meaning of this?" Arn basically showed him a photo. I guess Dusty beating up Arn Anderson back then. That took 30 stitches, and Arn Anderson said, he had it coming and whatnot. And he told Cody, you need to focus because Malachi Black has it coming for next week. So, yeah, I guess it's taking turns beating the shit out of Cody as in training to toughen him up or something. I don't know where this is going, but they're having a rematch next week, though. MJF came out. I guess he was ready for a match. I thought he was ready for a match, but Justin Roberts did not announce him. MJF had to announce himself. And basically, Darby, we're doing this now, but he's not here. He's a gutless coward. He's broken him mentally. We're going to do the match right now. He called Wardlow out here at the end and called Miami mid. They're all mid-level, and then he starts calling some fat dude in the crowd that he's got 3 chins and should shut the hell up. And basically, this crowd sucks. Mid. And as they're waiting and the referee's counting, next thing you know, lights go out. Sting shows up with the baseball bat. Sting gets a huge pop. Sting just beats up Wardlow with the baseball bat, and MJF is all pissed off. So Sting versus MJF next week. I don't know. Then again, where was Sting in the parking lot to help Darby anyways, and could have used that baseball bat to fight everyone else off at the time too. So think about that for a second. Next, Anna Jay was backstage. Britt Baker talked about, the Super Click winning baby. And next thing you know, her and Anna Jay. So more brawling between Tony Schiavone. Yes, like I said before, the most dangerous place is standing next to Tony Schiavone being interviewed until some brawl happens to break out. Penelope Ford went against Kiera Hogan. Honestly, I don't think the crowd really cared that much for this match. I like Kiera Hogan, but I figured she was going to lose anyways. Ford got the win. The match was okay, so it wasn't the worst match, especially when it comes to Ford in the ring. It's not really good half the time. But Ruby Soho came out then and attacked Ford, knocked her out of the ring, telling her and a bunny to get in the ring. So they didn't really get in, so they backed off after that. Miro talked about his God and how, he say he loves his wife, but he can't go home like this. And why? Why'd he do this? But he's going to go home. He's going to see her again. He must redeem himself when he gets the title, which I guess he's going back for the TNT title. Maybe the AEW title, but we'll get to more of that later on. Hangman Page came out then for an interview with Tony Schiavone since he does have a world title match in Full Gear. He went on to talk about how him and the rest of the Elite left Ring of Honor and even New Japan a few years ago to start AEW and that they would change the world, and talked about, yes, he lost that AEW world title match or whatnot, but he's not going to lose again because he's lost his friends, his confidence in himself and whatnot. But now as everyone started chanting cowboy shit, he wants to tell everybody what cowboy shit is. Cowboy shit's having the balls to go home and, for, his new son and whatnot. And, when he finally picked that phone call, he put his body on the line to capture that, whatever casino battle royale thing. Because when you fall off, you get back on your horse, you get back up. That's cowboy shit. And in Full Gear, it's going to be cowboy shit. He's going to give it his blood, sweat, tears, his soul, all of it in Full Gear. Because it's all cowboy shit. So, everything cowboy shit it will be for Hangman. But a very great promo by Hangman out there. Especially, fighting from all his, I guess, low points and whatnot. Will he quit drinking? I don't know. I'm surprised Kenny Omega didn't come out and interrupt with Callis, but best to just keep it with Hangman and not have a bad promo from Omega out there. So this was good for where it was. Next, in the main event, Bobby Fish went against Bryan Danielson. Bryan Danielson, man, he's had a really tough 24 hours. And a very good match, though, between both Danielson and Fish. Very technical and whatnot. Very enjoyable also. Bryan ended up winning with the heel hook. Fans did start chanting Bobby sucks out there. They're not feeling Bobby Fish. But, yeah, Bryan got the win. Like I said, the guy's had a tough 24 hours. He went against Minoru Suzuki last night, and now he went against Bobby Fish, which I feel like the one with Suzuki was way more brutal. If you have not seen that match, definitely go back and look at that match, because, man, those guys beat the hell out of each other last night. So, like I said before, that would have been a match either in the G1 or fucking Wrestle Kingdom, but, man, Bryan and Suzuki, that that was just, it was insane. Okay, it was definitely insane. But before the show ended, they did talk about the eliminator tournament for the AEW World Title, and they did show the brackets. I question some of these people in there, but a lot of these guys are just in there to lose because next week, it's gonna be Dustin Rhodes versus Bryan Danielson on Dynamite, Powerhouse Hobbs versus Cassidy on Rampage. Also, Eddie Kingston versus Lance Archer, and John Moxley versus 10 from the Dark Order. So honestly, I just seen Bryan Danielson winning. I almost called him Daniel Bryan. Punk called him Daniel Bryan on commentary tonight. But it's either, I'll tell you right now, when it gets to the end of this thing, it's going to be Danielson versus Moxley. That's how this whole tournament is going to end. So it's kind of easy to tell who's really going to win and who's going to make it to the finals. And I see Danielson winning the finals. Okay, so that's what's going to happen. But other than that, that is the rest. That's the end of the show tonight. AEW, good show tonight. A lot of rapid fire stuff. They were just moving through segment through segment through segment. That did not really give enough stuff time to breathe, but they're just like moving rapid fire, rapid fire, rapid fire, rapid fire, just moving all over the place out there right now. But still a good show tonight on Saturday. Very enjoyable. So yeah, that's AEW tonight. I like the main event. Probably the best thing on here was the main event. Hangman's promo was really good. Dante and Malachi Black was a really good match too. FTR winning the AAA Tag Titles. That was a bit of a surprise. Didn't really expect them to win that. So not bad. MJF's promo getting heat out there wasn't bad. Also, I did enjoy that. So the show was okay. I think the only thing I really didn't like that much was either the spot fest with the Bucks and all them, or probably the women's match. I just felt like it wasn't bad. Just I don't think nobody really cared. And you knew Kiera Hogan was gonna lose anyways. But other than that, though, that is my review of AEW tonight. Comment, subscribe, follow me on Twitter at HoodedKnight890. I'm out of here. See you guys. I guess I'll see you on Monday or whatnot. But yeah, AEW Dynamite will be back on Saturday next week again. So other than that, I'm out of here. See you guys later. Peace.